it's like you're in the darkness, but you're also a part of the darkness. And it's like infinite. It's like so expansive. It's like everything. I don't even know. There's just no words. It's very peaceful. It's like just this serene place. It took me a long time to realize that you have to allow that space to open, and you can't force your way in. And so that was interesting, because it took a little bit. I feel like I was kind of headstrong, and I was like, no, I want to go back. You know, I want that experience. And in 15 years, I think I've had 3 dreams that I can actually remember. And for the last couple of years, I want to dream. I want to remember my dreams, and I like set that intention. I want to remember. And like Friday night, I had like 5 or 6 dreams, and they were like, I remembered all of them, and I remembered every detail, and it was just so incredible. And then, so I was just so excited. And then when I'm in the room and I'm in the dark, like I see, it's not dark. I don't know. I see things, like it's a constant, sometimes it's like lights or flickerings or clouds or like vapors, or I just see stuff. So I never feel like I'm in the dark. And it started like getting like a strobe, and it was like really strong, and it wouldn't stop, and it wouldn't stop, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is like so intense. I was like, let me just calm my energy down. Maybe it's my energy. And then it just stayed with me like all day, and I would close my eyes, and it was like so much more intense. So I just couldn't even close my eyes, and it made it really difficult to like find the space, because I was like, oh, I just go into the darkness. And it made it like, it was so weird. Like my mind would be so calm and my body would be so calm, but the visual was so intense. It's like I just couldn't find my way in there, and I struggled that all day. It was really difficult. Like I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. And then after Jill had come up and done the food and stuff, I sat down, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't know if I can take this. And it was like, it was like something told me that I just had to surrender. And so I laid there, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like surrender and just like be in this and just like experience it, which was really difficult, but also kind of like freeing in a way. And then after a while of doing that, then I found my way into the darkness, and I had like, it was almost like a mental recharge that I needed, and I found that peace. And then when I came back, it was still going, and I was like, okay, so this is what we're doing, you know. And I was like, I was okay with it, where I had really struggled with that, and that was difficult. So I was like, I just hope tomorrow's not like this, you know. And yesterday wasn't like that. Yesterday was really different, because when I would be in the darkness and then I would come back and I would be in my body, it was like on a very cellular level, I knew what had happened, but in my mind, I didn't quite, it's like I couldn't quite understand it. I couldn't quite tell you what all happened when I was in that space. And Sunday I was in the darkness, and I don't know how long, I don't know, because when you're in it, it's like time is like not a thing. It's like it doesn't exist. And so when I came out, I just had this intense, like overwhelming love for myself, which was just, I've never felt anything like that before. And I don't think that I ever like loved myself that way, you know, like found that true, like I had an appreciation for like the things I was good at, and you know, being able to come through different struggles, but I never like truly loved myself. And I came out with that, and I was like, I can't even describe it. It was just too much to even like, just too much. It was like incredible. So I just kind of didn't expect, I like never would have expected that. It was a really emotional like thing. So yeah, it's a very profound, unique experience that I just don't know. I don't know if you can have it any other way. Like I don't know. It was like nothing I've ever experienced, and I could have never expected that when I went in. Like you just can't fathom it. I realized my digestive system is super noisy. Like I was like, oh my God, you never stop. Like I heard it all the time. And I was just like, oh, this is like, I don't know if I don't hear it in my daily life or what, but I was like, oh wow. And eating food, I think everyone should eat food in the dark. Like that is the most, I don't know, like sometimes you can smell it and it's just like overwhelming, but sometimes you can't, you have to taste it, and it's like trying to figure out like, what is that taste, and what is that? It was just really cool. Like the whole thing was just cool. I thought I would be in it. I didn't think I'd be a part of it. I was a part of it and its infiniteness, just connected to that space that's never ending, and you're never ending. It's like kind of crazy. Every day was a little bit different. I had different things that I experienced or struggled with or worked through to get to that place, to really let go of the emotional and energy that I've stored, and not realize that was really stored in me and I was carrying around, and that was probably impacting a lot of things in my life. You have to submit. You have to let all that go. And I think that's hard at times, because you want something so bad, and you want to have these moments, and you're like, oh, but you have to allow, you have to receive. You know what I mean? You can't take. You have to like sit and receive. Every day was different. I kind of didn't know what to expect, and I think it was good for me to struggle in certain ways, because it reminded me of how I protect myself and how I kind of bulldoze my way through things when I don't even realize I'm doing that. Like I'm unaware of doing that, but it made it very present. Like I had to become very aware of that, and I don't think I would have ever had that experience without that, honestly. I have such gratitude for finding it and experiencing it and having this time. It's been really incredible. I just don't even know how to describe it. It's like there's not enough words to show how thankful I am for this experience.